So you've had a very busy day, picking and dropping off the kids at school, picking them up, dropping them off at their extracurricular activities, taking them to their after-school programs, and you've been working on your home-based business, you've been cleaning the house, you've been trying to be a housewife. Oh, for some of you, you had a hectic day in the office. You are moving from one meeting to the next, and maybe you just flown in from out of town and you've been gone for a week. Your children and your husband are waiting for you. On top of all that being said, being a house technician, maintaining your house, being a professional woman, being a super mom, you have to be a wife. Not just be a wife by the name or the ring, but you have to fulfill your wifely duties at the end of each and every day. Well, you somewhat kind of hate to admit it, but you dread going into that bedroom because you know that your precious husband will be waiting for you to be sexually intimate with you. Not that you hate being sexually intimate with your spouse, but the energy is just not there. Hey sis, what if I told you that there are some sex positions, a whole lot of them, that can get the job done, and we call these lazy sex positions. They can be lazy for you or for him. But on this video, I'm going to give you the top 3 lazy sex positions that are not just going to fulfill your husband's sexual desires, but are going to leave both of you satisfied. While there are so many sex positions, I just handpicked 3 for you today to get you started, to get that sexual intimacy back on track, okay? If you do need more sexual intimacy positions, go ahead and drop a heart emoji in the comments below. Let me remind you, sis, that no matter how exhausted or tired you are, you cannot skip on the nighttime cleanliness routine that involves a shower and good skincare for your whole body, and that of course includes that good oral hygiene. Since these are lazy positions, I do recommend that you keep a lubricant by your bedside. The one that I'm going to recommend that is so natural and does an amazing job is the coconut oil. Instead of buying those silicone loaded lubricants, just go for coconut oil, okay? Not only is it healthy, but it is more on the affordable side. If you are extra, you can keep those mints by your bedside or a minty spray by your bedside. There is no harm in that. Now, let's get on with these 3 lazy sex positions that are just going to drive your husband crazy and get you intimately closer. The first lazy sex position that will get the job done, my sis, is the spooning position. Yes, in this position, you are facing away from your husband. In other words, you are the smaller spoon and your husband is the bigger spoon behind you. He accesses your kitty cat by you slightly parting your legs to allow him entry. This is an amazing position because not only do you have very little, if anything, to do as you are laying there on your side, but it provides amazing sensation. It makes your kitty cat tighter because in that position that you are in, and once he's in, it kind of makes your VJJ a little tighter. This position is not just good for exhausted, tired wives, but it is also highly recommended for pregnant women and women who just have had their child, of course, after that 6-week period, and they're still working hard on shrinking that kitty cat back to its size or even better. And for your husband, it is not going to make him come very fast, which is very good for most men, especially if they every so often experience ED. It will make him go on for longer because the thrust and the speed is limited. Okay, so that's position number 1. Now let's move on to number 2. And by the way, if you stick around to the end, I have a bonus which will be number 4 for you. At number 2, similar to the spooning position, it's the lazy dog position. I'm sure you can guess already. This is when you are flat on your stomach and he comes on top of you. As you are flat on your stomach, you spread your legs into a V shape to allow him access into into your VJJ. Once he gets inside, you can bring your legs tightly closer together, as tight as you can. In other words, you are locking him into your VJJ. And I like to spice up this position by telling you, sis, that instead of just laying there flat, yes, you don't have to do much, but to spice up this position even more, or to take it up 3 or 5 notches, as you are in this position, once he is inside of you, play around with your buttocks by squeezing them tight and letting them go, squeezing them tight and letting them go. And once he comes, incorporate that squeeze and release technique that I talk about in this video up here. Okay, this is going to not just be exciting for you, but it is going to drive your man out of his mind. And guess what? You have very, very little to do, because unlike the missionary position, there's very, very little that you are doing in this position. Okay, if you are liking this tip so far, please click the thumbs up button and remember to subscribe if you are not subscribed already, so that you don't miss another informative video. And then at number 3, this one is most men's favorite, the actual doggy style. In this position, you are on your fours, you are on your knees and your hands, and he comes in behind you. You barely have anything to do except take that position. However, you know that if you are with Coach Nokie, you have to spice it up a little bit. Depending on how excited or how tired or you get, you can do the circular motions and keep moving, just like I tell you to do in my book, Spice It Up. It's time to revive your intimacy. So it's up to you, sis. You can just be on your fours and do nothing, or you can make the circular movements. But do not forget the squeeze and release technique once he ejaculates. And for all these 3 positions, you definitely want to take your time in incorporating the squeeze and release technique, because the sooner you squeeze and release, you're going to drive him over the edge, and he's going to come sooner than he really wants to, and before he is really satisfied or you are satisfied. Now, for the bonus tip on lazy sex positions for you, my sister, you can do the side to side position facing each other. The difference from the missional position with this is that you are on your side. You can slightly open your legs so that he can go in, have access to your kitty catty. As he's bumping and grinding back and forth, he can also be using his hand to stimulate your clitoris. During the doggy position, your husband can also use his hand. Depending on how good of a multitasker he is, he can use one of his hands to rub and stimulate your clitoris. This is not just going to be good for him, but it is going to drive you to orgasm as well. Preferably with all these positions, you orgasm first. This way, once you orgasm first, he is going to feel very fulfilled and satisfied. There you have it, my friends, the top 3 lazy sex positions that you can incorporate if you are not feeling very energetic. These are effortless. And if you need more sex positions, drop a heart emoji or a comment, and I'll definitely compile another video with more lazy sex positions or regular sex positions. Make sure that you check the description box for useful links like my one-on-one sexual intimacy coaching program and the Amazon link to Spice It Up. It's time to revive your intimacy. If you enjoyed this video, I know for sure that you'll enjoy this next one here. Go ahead and watch it. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, remember to do small things with great love. From my heart to yours. Don't forget to keep it spicy. God bless you. Adios. Bye-bye. I'll see you next time.